Hey, Bună Zina! Good to see you guys here. That is Romanian for hello, and today we're back for our final leg of the journey of the Orient Express. It's good to have all you guys here. Thank you so much for being patient. I just got home. I had a haircut and stuff, so that's why I'm here a little late. But it's good to see all you guys here today. And we're here back here at Henry Colonnada Airport. This is the main international airport of of Bucharest, Romania. So it's great to have you guys here, and I hope you're all doing well. Hey, Gold Zone, good to see you. Good to see you, bro. I hope you're doing all right. Thanks so much, Gold Zone. So yeah, this is the final leg of the journey. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming here today. So let's go over our map for today. We have quite the interesting route because we're actually heading to the city of Istanbul today. For all those know, is one of the world's great cities. So we're going to take off here from Henry Kanata. Then from here, we're going to be flying over the foreign international airport, Bucharest City Airport, Banasa. Then from here, we'll explore downtown Bucharest, the capital of Romania, and we'll also be flying over a very famous PY landmark, a handcrafted one, the Palace of the Parliament, one of the world's largest buildings. And then from there, we'll pick up back on the railway, and we'll be going across Bucharest, going down through the railroad through the Romanian countryside until we get to one of the areas of the Danube. Then cross over the Danube into the border of Bulgaria. We'll be visiting the city of Rus. Then go down through the Bulgarian countryside through the hills. Visit quite a few interesting cities, mainly to Gorno-Orzhova, the city of Shumen, and then one of the great Bulgarian cities in the Black Sea, Burgas. Then from Burgas, we'll take actually a bus ferry over into Istanbul. So we're going to go into visiting quite a few cities, include Bebeski, Lüleburgaz, and Korlu. But then finally, we'll go through and hit Istanbul. We'll be heading through Istanbul. So we'll be visiting quite a few of the iconic landmarks in the city. We'll be visiting the Blue Mosque, or the Sultan Ahmet Kamil Mosque. And then, of course, the world-famous Hagia Sophia, one of the greatest architectural monuments in history. Then from there, we'll be visiting, we're going to visit the Dolmabahce Palace, and finally the Istanbul Justice Palace as well. All four of those are handcrafted POA landmarks here in Istanbul. And for the achievement, we're going to actually land here at Istanbul Airport. Unfortunately, I don't have the scenery for it because I installed it before, and it cost me some CTD issues. So thankfully, there's an area around here that's kind of flat, and once we land here, it'll count for the achievement. Once we got landed over here, we'll take off back here again, and head our way down to Istanbul Ataturk Airport, Lima Tango Bravo Alpha. So I hope you guys can understand about today. I hope I explained everything pretty good for you all. So the plane we're taking today, hey Ewald, good to see you. Good to see you, Ewald. I see Red Dragon. Well, guys, I want to show you a new plane. Viper Strike actually got himself a new plane, and guess what? It didn't even cost me anything to get this plane. That's right, it's a new plane on the channel. It is actually it's a twin-engine Cessna. It is the Cessna 414 Chancellor. Now, about the real-life plane, the Cessna 414 Chancellor is a twin-engine Cessna. It was produced between first flew in 1968, and approved variant came out in 1978. It was produced between 1968 and 1985. Over nearly 1,100 were built. This bad boy is powered by two Continental 3 engines, 310 horsepower each. Gives it a very high max speed of 235 knots and a range of over 1,000 nautical miles. And get this bad boy can go up to 30,000 feet. Some turboprops don't even go that high, and yet this normal turbocharged engine can go that high. But this Chancellor is a really impressive plane. Now, you can get this plane from the Fly Simulator website or from Sim Market. You can get it for $40, but I actually managed to get this plane for free, by the way, because I won it on a raffle on Pilot Peely's stream last Thursday. So it is actually a really, really impressive twin-engine Cessna. It's really impressive. And if you look at the cockpit, this is what the cockpit looks like here. So there's actually a couple versions for your GTN 750, but since I don't have those, my version is with with the GNS 530. But yeah, it is. I agree with you, Ewald. It is one of the best twin engine planes. It's this or the Cessna 310 from Blackbird Simulations. Absolutely, it's those two. So let's just talk about some of the really cool features I like about this plane. For one, the autopilot thing is kind of cool to work with. Of course, there's a drink holder, but I like the fact that there's all these cool steam gauges and stuff. It's got some really cool things, and it's really well simulated. I don't have the PMS 550. I may get it at some point in the future, but here's the really cool thing. There's a lot of detail. There's like benches, but the coolest feature is the table. You press this click spot, and you now have a table. So this is great for your long cruising flights. But we're not going to do really needing the long-range cruise. We're just going to be low-altitude POI interest. And of course, there's also the door handles. And I mean, just look at this. Isn't this thing cool or what? It's got a door. It's got steps. There's lots of fantastic details on this, on the Cessna. It's great. So if you like your twin engine stuff, this is definitely a great one. And FlightSimWare did an outstanding job in this plane. It's fantastic. So yeah, let's get this thing started for today. So I think I've already did the pre-flight inspections. The guy already did the inspections, so everything's good. Control lock. I need to stow the control lock. The controls are already stored. Seat belt's been. Now we need to go to the fuel selectors for the main tanks. Left engine goes left tank. Right tank goes right main. Link gears down. We need to set all of this stuff full. That. Full. There. Control lock stowed. Circuit breakers are in. Those are already checked. They are. Check flight time is 0. Prop sync is off. I like how it's evolved since when it first came out. We're at it today. Yeah, it's almost another plane. It's ridiculous. Turn on the battery switch. Battery switch on. The gear position screen. Okay, good. Fuel totalizer. We've got to set the totalizer. Fuel. I'm going to go with 80% fuel for today. 85% fuel. I know this thing has quite the range. There's the test. Parking brake set. Propeller is cleared. Hey, Red Dragon, good to see you. So yeah, Red Dragon, I'm in the Cessna 414. So yeah, this is my first stream with this plane. So it doesn't seem to start. Actually, I have a solution for that problem. If this thing doesn't seem to start, I actually have a solution for the problem. See, this thing also comes with a tablet. Perfect. Power on. And we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go ready to start. Because for some reason I can't manage to get this thing started for a bit, so go ahead and start the engines. Okay, that's good. Oh man, look at this. She sounds so good. Yeah, this Chancer sounds absolutely. And then hey, Dryson, see you. So yeah, this is the Cessna 414 Chancellor from Fly Sim, where this is an amazing add-on. If you love your GA planes, it's absolutely incredible. Okay, so now the engines will start. So after we start engineering, we need to turn on our avionics. Turn on avionics master. We're going to and we set the avionics. Good. Awesome. So that's it. So we're gonna get this thing taxied. So that's gonna be a great way to start the trip. I need to get my sorry about my thing not working. Whoops. I'm in the grass. Just trying to get my thing set up. Okay, I got my thing set. So we'll be taking off back here from Budapest. Not Budapest, Bucharest. Yeah, the sounds of the names get a little tricky when you... So yeah, we're taking back off from Henry Kanata Airport. This is the main international airport here in Bucharest. Like I said, it's named after Henry Kanata, who is the flight pioneer from Romania, and it's the main HQ for Tara, the country's national airline, and it serves mostly destinations around Europe. Some summer on Asia. I also need to set up my my land rate monitor. I need to set my flight plan. LROP-LTFM. 3,500 feet would be the cruise altitude. For much of it, I'm going to be, I'm going to set my thing. So before we're going to go, I'm going to go ahead and set up my, I'm going to stow away the, I have no use for the tablet now. So our altitude is going to be 2,000 feet. At 2,000. So if you guys want to join in, the closest airport is Henry Kanata. And I'm on the East USA server, so if anyone wants to join in, you guys will have fun. Oh my goodness, and yeah, there's Red Dragon in a Cessna 310. That Cessna 414 is so cool. And this thing is very powerful. We're going to take off max power. Our heading is going to be 163. 60, 70, 80, 8 knots, 100, and we can trim up a bit. But yeah, she's now rolling. So we're going to be cruising around 170 knots for today. I have some work to do, but if I have some time, I'll join. I appreciate it. Can't join for fine, but still working. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Kingsman, good to see you. Oh, by the way, I forgot to give someone a shout out. Check out Dryson's stream. Dryson's another flight sim streamer, another good friend of the community. Definitely give him some support. He makes some really fine flight sim content. Actually, 15. Just gonna wait till everyone gets here. I'm gonna go around 1,500 feet to start off with. Just still wait everyone gets off the ground. There's Red Dragon. Awesome. I'll orbit. Now I'm gonna go turn on the autopilot. Now if you don't have the GTN 750, there's a separate autopilot thing up here. But since there's none, we have to turn off the autopilot here. We're gonna go heady mode, altitude, arm, altitude off, and navigate with the pitch. And I'm gonna turn on the prop sync. This would sync up the props. So now all the props are going to have the same sync, and I'm going to reduce the props so they don't go to red. So our first stop here, just loaded. Awesome job, awesome, Kingsman. Thank you so much. So let's go over our trip. So this is actually our first POI. In fact, this actually used to be the main Bucharest airport. This is Orient International Airport. This used to be Budapest's main international airport until 1969. It was named after Orient Viasu, a Romanian engineer, inventor, airplane constructor, and early pilot. And then in 2012, it was turned into a business airport. But until then, it was the second airport in Romania in terms of air traffic behind the bigger Henry Canada, and is the low-cost airline hub of the country. So that is the other international airport here in Bucharest. There is that. And then we get to talk about Bucharest for a bit. So Bucharest, this is the capital city of Romania. It's been a growing city over the past couple of years, but Bucharest has been around since 1459. It became the capital of Romania in 1862. It's the center of all Romanian media, culture, and art, with its unique mix of historical and modern architecture. Between the World Wars, its elegant architecture gave Bucharest the nickname Paris of the East. And although many of the buildings were destroyed during World War II, many of them have still survived and have been renovated in recent years. It's been going through a major economic boom since the days of the EU. But it is actually the most prosperous city in Romania. And in fact, by 2050, it would be Europe's richest city in terms of GDP per capita, followed by Luxembourg City in Luxembourg and Groningen in the Netherlands. So yeah, Bucharest is a very historically important city, especially in terms of Romania. So here's the National Stadium. I need to stop. Okay. So this here is the National Arena. It is a recent arena that opened back in 2011. It's a retractable stadium, hosts 55,000 seats. It's the largest stadium in Romania. And now, in addition to serving home games for the national Romanian football team, it serves other major games in Romanian football, including the season-opening Supercupa Romani as well. So there is that. Hey, Super Typhon, no worries. I was quite rushed to get the stream started because I had a haircut, so no worries, my friend. I'm gonna go ahead and disable the autopilot. I don't need it for now. So we're currently flying over Bucharest, so you guys have all the time to fly. To which server? Oh yeah. Here's the easy one. Server East USA. Kingsman. So yeah, this is the mighty Cessna 414 Chancellor. It is a mighty fine warbird. It's a mighty fine twin-engine Cessna. It's great. Absolutely fantastic Cessna. But this is the big landmark here in Romania. This here is the Palace of the Parliament. So I'm sorry I'm gonna have to listen to my voice for that. So this here it is. Let me go ahead and go over the Palace of the Parliament. This is absolutely massive. If you've never heard of this place, this thing is one of the world's largest buildings. The Palace of the Parliament. It is the seat of the Parliament here in Romania. It reaches 84 meters high and has a floor area of 365,000 square meters, over 3.9 million square feet, in a volume of 2,550,000 cubic meters, or 90 million cubic feet. But here's some absolute insane things about the Palace of the Parliament. For one, this Palace of Parliament is the heaviest building in the world. That's right, this thing weighs, get this, 4 billion 98,500,000 kilograms, or in terms of you, for you guys in America, that's 9.4 billion pounds, 9.04 billion pounds, or 4.1 million tons. To put this into perspective, the second largest administrative building in the world is the Great Pyramid of Giza, and that's 50% heavier than this. But this is bigger than any of the other buildings in the world. The building itself was designed and supervised by chief architect Ansia Petrescu, with over 700 architects. It took them 13 years to build this, from 1984 to 1997. And this palace was ordered by the infamous communist dictator Nicolae Ceausescu. And it is well known for its ornate interior composed of 23 different sections. The palace houses 2 chambers of the parliament, the senate, along with 3 museums and an international conference center. And the palace is currently valued at 4 billion euros, making it the most expensive administrative building in the world. In fact, the cost of heating, electricity, and lighting alone costs $6 million a year. That's comparable to powering a medium-sized city just to operate this palace. This building. It also has 8 underground levels, and the deepest is the one housing an entire nuclear bunker. It's linked towards 12.4 miles of tunnels. And with its massive floor area of 365 square meters, it is the third largest administrative building after the Pentagon and the Satya Sapasan in Thailand. Also, because of how much heavy this building is, the palace actually sinks 6 millimeters a year during each year because of its weight. And finally, the materials in this, a lot of this is constructed mainly of Romanian origin, and among those include 3,500 tons of crystal, 480 chandeliers, 1,409 ceiling lights, 700,000 tons of steel and bronze, 1 million cubic meters of marble, 900,000 cubic meters of wood, mainly for wainscoting, 200,000 square meters of wooden carpets, and I mean that's insane. This building is absolutely huge. It's huge. It's massive. This thing, it just screams massive. It's crazy. This is a stupidly large building. I mean, it took them 13 years. It's crazy how big this building is. like I said, we've been flying through landmarks, but this is Bucharest's most iconic landmark. So let me go ahead, and there's Kingsman in the Twin Otter. With how fast this Chancellor can go, I don't think the Twin Otter can catch it. I'll just try. So yeah, this is the Palace of the Parliament, guys. It is absolutely huge. I don't know why Nikolai Kishchenko wanted it that big. I mean, he probably, with him being a cult personality, I probably should have known. But yeah, that is the Palace of the Parliament, guys. One of the most iconic, it's the most iconic architectural landmark in the city. So now we're going to jump back into the railway. Super Typhon says my main PC lagged out and it's telling me to reset my Gmail account. Oh, that stinks. I hope you get that fixed soon, Super Typhon. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well this week. I know Murph's got his big news this week. And then Friday is going to be an absolutely insane flight from Perth to Sydney in the DC-6. That's going to be an amazing flight into Douglas DC-6. That's going to be cool. But yeah, it's huge stuff. Started to reset the heading. So the next place we're going to fly over in Romania is the Chianja Monastery is going to be flying over next. Unfortunately, it's not in the POI, but this is actually a name of a ruined church situated in the outskirts of Bucharest. It's a subject to many legends, and apparently it might even be cursed. The information center is devoted to the upkeep and protection of the site. It was built in the neoclassical style, and it was very large at the time, 43 meters long and 18 meters high, with walls about a meter thick. The reason this place was such interesting was because it was considered to be haunted. Now I don't know if the stories were true, but that is something to take into consideration. Oh, your dad said my area was going through. Oh, that stinks, Super Typhon. Oh, I hope you get through it all right, Super Typhon. But at least you're here with me, and as long as you're being here with me and chatting along, like you're always welcome to be here. This is like your safe place. You're more than safe to be around with me. We're just going to follow along the path. So flying with us today in the Chancellor, so flying along is going to be Kingsman in the Twin Otter, and Red Dragon's got a Cessna 414 of his own. Awesome job, guys. So yeah, this is the final week. So there's some pretty big stuff going on for next week. This weekend will be the sea tour over Seattle and Tacoma. It's going to be one of the longest sea tours yet. It's going to start up in Tacoma, and we're going to end up in Payne Field. But we're going to visit a crop ton of landmarks for that one. We're going to be visiting the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. We'll be visiting T-Mobile Park and Lumen Field, home of two of the professional sports teams. Of course, the Space Needle, Seattle's most iconic landmark. But we'll also be going across the Puget Sound into Bellevue. We're going to be visiting Microsoft's corporate headquarters up there. and finally making our way to the Boeing Everett factory. And of course, I also should not forget, I have the Renton Airport scenery, so we'll be taking a tour over the Renton factory. So it's going to be a really long tour. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And I can't wait to show you guys. Because I know you guys seen the Renton factory before, but it's one thing to see the factory, but I'm gonna talk and tour you over what goes on. Thank you. I always consider this a safe place. Hey, no problem. Like I said, everyone's welcome here to hang out on my stream game channel. Oh, you've been there, Kingsman. Oh, you've been there? No, I'm gonna be flying up to Seattle in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll attend the Museum of Flight. I wish I could attend, but I'll definitely be heading to Seattle. So it would be awesome to have you here. As well. So yeah, I really would love to go see all the factories and stuff. That would be absolutely awesome. So yeah, so definitely come around to the Seattle stream. There's so much to talk about. See, Seattle, I mean, Seattle's a major musical hub. I mean, not just jazz, but you know, the grunge era, like Pearl Jam, Anna, Soundgarden, the Foo Fighters, Alice in Chains. I mean, people forget how Seattle sound defined the entire generation. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. But yeah, I'm very excited to actually head off to Alaska. This is cool. This thing's got those sun visors, and I can actually change arm. But it looks like I don't really need the visor for today. Yeah, really cool stuff. I'm 170. So yeah, I hope you guys had a great week. I've been trying to nurse my sprained ankle injury, and thankfully it's getting better. I'm still being very careful with it. So I know Murr's going to discuss more news, but I do want to talk about some, just a brief overlook at some of the news, if you don't mind. Obviously, there's two bits of news. First, if you guys remember back when MSFS first started. So if you never heard of this, called Project Megapack. So when they first came out in December 2020, this was actually one of the first add-ons I've discovered for Virus. It lets you download multiple kinds of liveries and all that. Now with Flights MTO, it's usually got the series you want, and that's what let it. But they now reworked it back, and basically what you can do is you can not only download individual liveries, but they actually create livery packs. You have all sorts of different livery packs as well. And this includes packs for example, the A320, which offers 35 of the best liveries for different airlines that operate the A320, for example, like Air Corsica, Air France, British Airways, Ethiopian, and more. And they got those for not just Europe and Middle East, they got ones for the fly-by-wire A320, actually their own A330-300 model, 30-bird liveries, A320neo Americas pack, and they got packs for all those different planes, which is pretty cool. So they came back with new ones, and they restarted development of their own A380-300. So this should definitely be pretty interesting. So if you like to actually get a collection of liveries, I think that's a really cool option. The other one is actually a new freeware developed by Mamu Designs. They came out with a new freeware. It's called, I believe it's called Mariana's Boats and Piers in the World. And they actually did is they improved a lot of the scenery in the coast. So they filled the Marianas and Piers with boats, but not only in seas, but they made the lakes and rivers. And while it doesn't cover the whole world yet, they said the most popular regions are affected, which is Europe, North and Central America, and Oceania have gotten this treatment so far. Those should definitely be really interesting. So if you like flying in rivers or in water, this is definitely a really cool little scenery. And it's freeware too, which is really, really nice. I know Mer's going to cover more in his whole news section, but I wanted to cover it myself and give my thoughts on it too. So let's get back out to the scenery. We have Kingsman, we got Red Dragon, Dark Idnaz, I don't know if he's with us, maybe 29. Yeah, this is the Romanian countryside. Pretty flat. I mean, this is part of the Romanian plains, yeah. Yeah, this Chancellor is excellent. Like I said, if you guys haven't gotten the Chancellor yet, I really, really recommend it. It is a fan. If you love your twin engines, this is definitely a favorite. And it's really good. It's got fantastic speed, too. It's got great range, great speed, and it can go really high altitude. So I'm surprised that this thing can go some extremely high altitude. So yeah, here's the funny thing. So I actually did this flight back the other day. So I actually did this leg again previously. Let me get the Firefly. So, pop up the Firefly Air page. So we work as part of Firefly Air here on the Two-Tone Murphy community. So Firefly Air is our virtual airline service of the Two-Tone Murphy community. Basically, it is a virtual airline of the community. It is this free infrastructure thanks to FS Hub with a simple website that's free, easy to use, and it can work with not only the freeware landing monitor, you can also do Pirates on Xbox, which is a huge advantage with this. You can generate virtual XP with a brand new economy mode, and you can upload screenshots for geotech. The land rate monitor is really cool. It lets you display your flight progress for takeoff and landings. It even has its own EFB tab, radar, and even a route manager. And the Xbox people, there's a pilot you can do, a pilot report, and you can add data to your profile. Really cool stuff. And the best part, there's no aircraft restriction. You can fly whatever you want, which is awesome. With a lot of other economy modes, you have to run specific planes, but you're not so limited. And you can also do all sorts of achievements. So in order to do this, you submit your pilot application. So it's this website, FS Hub. Once you go to FS Hub, you can go here, create your account there. And once you do, you go find your airline. It should be in stats. Recalculate stats. Please stand by. It's probably recalculated. It's probably going to stand by for a little second. Let's let it load. Probably taking a second to reload. Here it is, and it should be on our top airline, FFA. I mean, we're by far the top. We're pretty much a top airline. Here it is, Firefly Air. On your top left should be on one of your top corners. It should be pod applications. Submit your applications to Firefly Air, and in some of the Two-Tone Murphy Discord, and you can actually. You have different external links, like to his Discord, which we have all of our hub information and stuff. So we have 240 pilots, for example, over 11,000 hours, over 3 million miles. We have all that. There's our pilots so far. You can click your pilot roster and all that. So then we'll focus on the next step, which is the landing rate monitor. This This is an excellent little freeware, by the way. Easy to install. It's lightweight. You can use it remotely. You can display not just your FB permitted G-force, but also it has an amazing logbook. This thing has the best logbook I've seen, better than the one in the Sim. It has GPS tracking and even a route pointer. You can use this from company files. You can even use this from your little nav map. Just plug all the routes from the little nav map. It's really, really helpful. It does require FS-UIPC or X-Plane UIPC, but that might not be a thing in the future because that's because Bob Allen, who's been part of this, has confirmed that in a future update, he's going to move on for Microsoft no longer needing that for SimConnect. So that's going to be a really, really helpful thing. I think we might reach 1 million nautical miles by the end of the year. We already passed 3 million so far. So I guess for me, I could. Yeah. Let's look at some of the pilot roster here. So we have our pilots. We have Merv as the CEO. I wonder who your senior commander is. Me. Let's go look at the senior commander myself. I completed over 1,444 nautical miles, 796 hours. I'm nearly at 800 total hours with this whole thing, and flew over 250,000 miles. I'm the most accomplished pilot here by far. I flew to all 241 countries. You can see the last couple of flights I made. I flew 2,000 miles. My longest flight I've done so far is actually from Tabriz, Iran to Seoul, South Korea in the 747, 4,312 nautical miles in 7 hours. And you can look at all of the achievements I've done, most of them. Yes, I actually did the Orient Express achievement, but let me explain. The reason was I was actually testing out the flight, and I was just trying to see if I could do the journey without needing the Air Force area, and it turns out I don't need the Air Force area to land at the airport. And I know the area did, so that's why I did that. Yeah, I gave up an FS-UIPC. Yeah, if it doesn't start, I have to reboot the whole sim. Yeah, I know several users who've had this problem, people. So yeah, I'm gonna be happy when they eventually move on to SimConnect, because that's gonna be a way better system. Yeah, and I'm pretty excited for the SimConnect thing too. It'll be much more reliable, and we wouldn't have to worry about those issues. So yeah, we're gonna be heading to our first city. We're about ready to cross the border into Bulgaria. So we're gonna head into the city of Giurgiu in Romania. Giurgiu. It is located in southern Romania. It's the seat of Giurgiu County, located in the historical region of Muntenia, located among mudflats and marshes. There are 3 islands in the city. It's access to the rich grain-growing lands of the north via Bucharest. It's right across the river from the Bulgarian city of Rus. It's been around since the days of the Dacians, the original people, the ancient Indo-European inhabitants of the region. Then it became the site of the city known as Edoropolis, built by the Roman Emperor Justinian, who is the Eastern Roman Emperor. The modern city wasn't established until the 14th century as a port of the Danube of the Genoese merchant traders from Genoa. As a fortified city, it fought many wars along the lower Danube, including the Battle of Giurgiu between Michael the Brave, Prince of Wallachia, and the Ottomans, and then the Russo-Turkish War of 1787. During the communist regime, the USSR helped build the Friendship Bridge linking Romania to Bulgaria. So that is about the history of Giurgiu, but the reason this is important is because we're going to cross over to Bulgaria. Oh. Should be. So yeah, we're going to be visiting right next to each other. And speaking about this thing right next to each other, let's talk about Rus for a bit. So Rus, Bulgaria. It's actually the country's 5th largest city, actually, funnily enough. It's right across the banks from Giurgiu. Because of its location and railway to the road bridge, it is the most significant river port in the entire country. However, the Bulgarian city is most famous for its 19th and 20th century neo-Baroque architecture, which attracts a lot of the tourists. And it's often called the Little Vienna due to all of its historical buildings. And this place has a lot of little historical buildings. Pretty crazy. It's also the birthplace of Nobel laureate in literature Elias Canetti and the writer Michael Orient. This city has a bit of a long history since ancient times, especially since antiquity, but it grew during the Bulgarian Empire as well. And then during the Ottoman rules, they kind of destroyed the town, rebuilt in the following years. And then it became a major part of the Bulgarian national revitalization movement back in the 1800s, including building some main innovations in Bulgaria, like printing offices, railway lines, and a steel ship, and a water station here. And it had some of the most Bulgarian factories for soda water in the entire country. Then after World War II, during the Communist period, they built the Friendship Bridge. It entered a dark period in the 80s, but after the Cold War, transition to capitalism is painful, but they started to rebuild some of the places in the most recent years, their culture. And there's so many iconic landmarks in Istanbul. So yeah, that is a little bit of a background with the Bulgarian city of Rus. Let's go ahead and autopilot for a bit. Like that. I'm just going to fly back to course. And there's the city of Rus. I grabbed the picture. And never first start after a reboot. Yeah, kind of the same here. So down over here to our left is the Friendship Bridge. This connects between Bulgaria and Romania, between the two countries. This is the Friendship Bridge down below. I did a lot of research in this place. It's very unique that a city like this could actually be around the whole area. So yeah, we're entering the city of Bulgaria, because we're now entering this country of Bulgaria today. So, welcome to Bulgaria, guys. It'll just be a temporary stop here in Bulgaria. I said, there's a lot of these tiny little turns I need to get back. Of course. Sometimes I have these little small checkpoints that can easily be passed, so here we go. Yeah, it's great to have all you guys here. I saw Fabio earlier today. He was chatting about he was going around the Parallel 42 camp out. Definitely one of the most unique add-ons I've seen for the Sim so far. I mean, just imagine camp out. You actually get to do camping in Microsoft Flight Sim. I mean, just how cool that, and this is downtown Bruce below us, so this we're entering downtown. So if you guys don't mind, I do want to give out some interesting facts about the country of Bulgaria. But I found this out from Wonderful Wanderings. So here's some of the 50 facts that you guys might not know about Bulgaria, actually. So first, Bulgaria is, you know, yogurt, right? All your yogurts, and you eat that. Well, what if I told you Bulgaria was actually the homeland of yogurt? They call it sour milk. And according to them, it's what they think lead them to all the long lives here in Bulgaria. So all your yogurt lovers, you can trace your heritage back to Bulgaria. Well, I know. Really cool. Hey, Motor Room. Good to see you, Motor Room. I hope you're doing well. So we're on the final leg of the Orient Express journey. We took off here from Parakanada. We crossed the border from Romania to Bulgaria today. But yeah, it's great to have you guys here. It's good to have you all here. You've all been busy, sorry. Hey, no worries, Maroon. It's great to have you around. I hope you're doing well. So I was just currently discovering some of the historic facts, interesting facts about Bulgaria. Number 2 facts about Bulgaria. Bulgaria is the world's second biggest exporter of rosewood, which is in most of the perfumes. So they export a lot of rosewood. So basically what rose oil is, it is actually it's essential oil that is extracted from various rose plants, and they're often done by steam distillation. And even though with organic synthesis in high price, they're still the most widely used essential oil in a lot of the perfumes, and they mainly make it out of either damask rose or Rosa sensiblia. And the first one, Damascena, is actually grown a lot in Bulgaria. As Viper Strike missed, Viper Strike missed the waypoint entirely. Whoops. Sorry about that. Oh, there's that. Another interesting fact, in Bulgaria, as confusing as it might be to us Americans, so when Bulgarians shake their head, it actually means yes, and they nod when they say no. And that's different from the U.S. because not only means yes, this means no in the U.S., in Bulgaria, yes, no. So we have, a lot of crap's been going on. Oh, hey, you're more than welcome here to take some steam off and relax here on the stream. Like I said, this is a good place to kind of relax, just have a good time. So you're always more than welcome to be here in Motor Room. At the time of the writing, Bulgaria has 9 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So the 9 historical sites here in Bulgaria include the Rila Monastery, the Thracian tomb of Kazalak, Thracian tomb of Sivar Chari, Nesebar, Madara Horseman, walking churches of Ivano, Boria Church, Turin National Park, and Sri Varna are 3 of the 9 of the national parks. of UNESCO World Heritage Sites here in the area. So that's definitely interesting. Another fun fact about, oh, there's the TV30 from Kingsman. The Espelon TV30 from Azure Poly. Oh, Shopska, known as Bulgarian salad, won Best Dish in Europe in a contest by the European Parliament. It basically is a Bulgarian salad. Consisting of feta, cucumber, and tomato. And specifically, the one in Bulgaria is actually made of Bulgarian white cheese, which is very soft. It has cucumbers, onions, and tomato, but also roasted red peppers. But yeah, it's got a lot of vegetarian stuff into it. But if you like those salads, it's real, bro. That was interesting. I'm watching from my work phone. Others charging up. No worries. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool facts. Oh, you know the founder of Facebook, or Meta, Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg actually has roots in Bulgaria. He was named after his Bulgarian grandfather, Marko Zuckerberg. So yeah, the founder of Facebook has roots back to Bulgaria. So those are some interesting stuff. Rakia is its main alcoholic drink here in Bulgaria is rakia, made of fermented pears, grapes, or apricots. It's the national drink of Bulgaria, and it's consumed with their own Bulgarian salad. So basically for them, rakia is basically for them like vodka is to Russia or Poland, or beer is to Germany. It's their national drink. In fact, during the 1980s, Bulgaria used to actually be one of the largest wine producers in the world. Second, I believe second only to France, wine producer. Or Spain, actually. Oh, and here's the fact, here's another interesting thing about Bulgaria a lot of people don't know about. Bulgarian is actually the national official language, obviously, and it uses the Cyrillic alphabet. Now, the interesting thing about the Cyrillic alphabet is actually known as the Slavic script, and believe it or not, in fact, it was the Bulgarians who actually invented Cyrillic, funnily enough. It was first developed in the 9th century. And it was, in fact, the early Cyrillic alphabet was developed here in the Bulgarian Empire by Tsar Simeon I the Great. And it's derived from the Greek script, but it got started here in Bulgaria and it spread all throughout the Slavic world, including Ukraine, Belarus, and especially Russia. But that is something a lot of people don't realize. Bulgaria is the birthplace of Cyrillic. Pretty cool stuff. Not a good guide, though. Yeah. Maybe that explains why Facebook gets no 9 reversed. Yeah, I probably think so. Good to see you, friend all. I hope you're doing well, my friend. So yeah, I'm in the Cessna 414, friends all. I told you I got me a new plane. As well. Oh yeah, and speaking about Bulgarian yogurt, you know what makes Bulgarian yogurt different from a lot of other yogurts? Well, it's because of the certain bacteria in it. It's Lactobacillus bulgarius, and it can't be found anywhere else outside of Bulgaria. But it's what gives Bulgarian yogurt its unique consistency and taste. A couple more. One of the Bulgarian folk songs actually made its way into the Bulgarian folk song Izel A Deu Hedutin was actually in the Voyager 1 records. which supposed to be was a collection of different other stuff, the Golden Record. So we actually have a Bulgarian folk song in there as well. The inventor of the first digital computer is of Bulgarian descent, John Vincent Onsov. The highest point in Bulgaria is Mount Masala at around 2,925 meters. And here's something that is much more uplifting. So, during World War II, Bulgaria was one of 2 countries in the Axis to protect their Jewish citizens from the concentration camps during World War II. It was only one of 2 that protected it, which, I mean, it makes it very unique among countries in Europe. But that's something a lot more people don't realize. Bulgaria is also 20th worldwide in the fastest internet speeds. Bulgaria's population is actually shrinking. In fact, by the year 2016, it would decline by nearly 1/3. And the final fact about Bulgaria that I want to talk about is that the longest Bulgarian word is 39 letters. It means do not perform actions against the Constitution. It's all one word and it's 39 letters. So yeah, that's some interesting facts about Bulgaria that a lot of people don't realize about the city, about the country. So yeah, you got to learn some really interesting facts about Bulgaria. So yeah, let's go over, let's see who's still playing with us. There's Red Dragon. There's Bruno Kingsman, who's with us today. Yeah, those are all really cool facts about Bulgaria that a lot of people don't know. Pretty cool stuff. Man, it's beautiful out here today in the Bulgarian countryside. Right, let me get back to the cockpit and let me change my directions. That's pretty good stuff about Bulgaria. I mean, there's a lot to talk about this country a bit more. I mean, if I ever did a specific country profile, but yeah, Bulgarians also have a really cool cuisine. It's a mix of all sorts of different kinds of cuisines, like Turkish, Greeks, and Romanian influence, but also a lot of their own. That 39 character letters used in their alphabet. Their alphabet is Cyrillic, by the way. It's in the Cyrillic script, which is what Bulgarian grew out of. So Bulgarian, let me look at the alphabet for 1 second. They use the Cyrillic script. their alphabet. Bulgarian actually uses good question. How many letters of the Bulgarian alphabet? One, two, three, four, five, six, 10, 20. It's 30 alphabets. It's 30 words in their alphabet. So for more specific things about Bulgaria, the capital and largest city of Bulgaria is Sofia, located on the foot of the Vitocha mountain. The population of Bulgaria currently is around 6.5 million people, which is 106 in the world. It was first established back as the first Bulgarian empire back in 681, but Bulgaria did not gain independence until October 5th, 1908, when they were independent from the Ottomans. Their GDP, total GDP is $203 billion US, making it 7th in the world. Per capita, it's actually 55th in the world, $27,890 per capita. Their currency, they're not, even though they're part of the European Union, they're not part of the Eurozone yet, so they use the Bulgarian lev as their currency, by the way. They do drive on the right side of the road. But yeah, Bulgaria is a very unique culture as well, drawn from multiple inspirations on the Balkans. So yeah, some more little information about Bulgaria. So we're going to be visiting the city of Gorna Ortahovka. It's located in the northern province of Veliko Tarnova. It is the administrative center of the homonymous Gorna Ortahovka municipality. It has a population of around 27,317 inhabitants. Now, the nearby village of Abernasi is an architectural reserve with many historical monuments, including medieval churches and Bulgarian national revival architecture can be found here in the city. It's also home to one of the few international airports here in Bulgaria, Gorna Ortahovka Airport, Lima Bravo Golf Oscar. So we will turn around the place for a bit. It's been around since the early history of the Neolithic Age and the Thracians, but during the restoration of Bulgarians in the 12th century, this was grew quite a bit. It's mainly a stronghold town to protect the roads for Tarnov, which is their new capital. During the Ottomans, it was conquered by the Ottomans. Then it regrouped during the 19th century, during the Bulgarian National Revival. And then it took place in the revolutionary struggle against the Ottomans. Then after the liberation, it developed as a significant transport center throughout the area, and it's got lots of historical sites around Abernasi. It's mainly a producer of sugar and other products in the country, including the big old sugar factory that was founded in 1912, developing lots of methanol candies, Turkish delights, and more. We found a Bulgarian home, and it's now the largest food complex here in Bulgaria. So here's actually one of the international airports here in Bulgaria. Now this airport usually does flights around Sofia. Here's the city of Orient. And this is actually a little airport. This was supposed to be an international airport. used to be kind of prospective. However, it was mostly undeveloped, and in fact, it's the most undeveloped of any of the 5 international airports here in Bulgaria. Been around since 1925 as a Bulgarian Air Force base. There's Kingsman. There's Red Dragon. We're going to go down through more of the Bulgarian countryside. Yeah, I've trimmed all. This is an amazing add-on. And yes, I managed to get this thing for free, so that it makes it even better that I got this awesome thing for free. Yeah, it's great. It's a big country. Yeah, Bulgaria's not that big of a country. It's 55th in the... It's about 106th in the world, but Bulgaria's kind of nice. Yeah, the world's a big place, and we get to visit another country in Bulgaria. So yeah, I'm getting mostly everything done for the Seattle Tour series. Let's open up the tables for the people sitting here. Look at this. It's got look at this. It's got tables and cup holders. I mean, isn't that cool? And when you're done, you can just close the table. Now, I think it'd be. I wish they can do the curtains. You can close the curtains for a long flight. That would be something I wish this plane had. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the Chancellor. I think this is going to be my new twin engine from now on. If I ever did another twin engine stream, this would be my twin engine of choice. Other little details, you can open the compartments. You see batteries, glasses, and more. Just lots of cool little Easter eggs. Keep this. Yeah, it is the Cessna 414. Should I put the website here? Let me go. But yeah, I managed to get this for free, by the way, from Pilot Peely's. Let's go to the product page, by the way. Product page. Here it is. Let me put this into my stream elements. Here it is. Let me give you the updated command print to all. So you can see where you get this from at FlySimware Chancellor. But yeah, this is an excellent. It's an excellent twin engine Cessna. Excellent. I love this. I mean, all those guys weren't kidding. This is a fantastic twin engine Cessna. It's great. Lots of little details. And I haven't gotten to all those other stuff like VOR stuff. I haven't gotten to any of that sort of stuff. This is just the basics. Mind you. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. All the people in chat, everyone in chat, both the lurkers and speaking in the chat. So yeah, this is the final leg of our trip. So we're going through the Bulgarian countryside. Definitely a very beautiful area. We're going through more hills. Then we have a long section afterwards. We head straight to Burgas. Visiting that. We're going to visit a few of the national parks, and we'll be on our way to Turkey. Yeah, it also supports GT and 750s. Yeah, this plane has so much support, third-party support. That's why it's such a popular plane for a lot of the simmers. The third-party support on this is really good. It has so much third-party support. Have you been high enough to play with the pressurization yet? Okay, I've actually done it for a few flights on Red Dragon. I did play with the pressurization settings before. So, we're about 2,000 feet, so we're just going to pressurize the cabin. 2,000... Yeah. I did play with the pressurization yet before. I believe you set up for the flight to be pressurized. But I've never really done much. I know Fabio on yesterday's stream mentioned about that. I never thought I've been 20,000 feet with the beer. Oh man. That's fine. But no, I did play with the pressurization settings. I just haven't got much of a chance to do it on this flight. But man, it's beautiful. The weather has been great. So, yeah. So, it's great to, like I said, it's great to have you guys here. So, so for me at least, I've been enjoying the last couple streams. I'm hoping someday I can be, well, I want to help more Murph streams, so I'm hoping maybe when Allison gets done with her Amelia Earhart series, I'm hoping that I can get to do a collab with her. Because with my research with her talented historical recreations and my knowledge abilities, I mean, we could form the ultimate historical recreation stream with her doing the plants and Viper bringing the research. I'm hoping that we can do it at some point with two cats as well. Maybe do a three-way thing and help develop. Because I am part of his team as the resident researcher, so it's kind of my role to kind of help out when they need to. I'm hoping that that's part of my future plans is future. Yeah, I would love to see. Yeah, I mean, she even helped me get to be streaming in the first place, Typhon. So, yeah, I would love to do a collab with Allison. I think Allison would, and I actually helped her out a few times before. I helped, if you recall, Typhon, I did the whole friendship flight. I actually brought in all the notes from the research flight about the pilots, the plane, and all that. I helped her out with a lot of that research equipment. So I've helped her out plenty of times before. I helped her out a few times before, so I'll be more happy. I would love to do that. I think a lot of you guys would be happy. So I probably need to get back to chat with her and see how we can get that set up. Yeah, it was the first time I was in Discord voice. Yep. Let's get back to the exterior. We have Kingsman still. Red Dragon is, yeah, Red Dragon's right next to us. It's been amazing you guys to fly the one. Oh yeah, I haven't actually played the music. I forgot to have my music on. Whoops. Whoops. I need to have my music. I forgot. So interested in chatting to you guys that I forgot the music. Below us is the city of Popovo, one of the other small towns in this area. Full of little small cities in the Bulgarian countryside. But man, what a way to wrap up this trip. It's a big honor to have you guys here on the final leg. Thank you so much, Red Dragon and Kingsman. It's an honor to have you guys playing along with me today. This final leg. So my plans for the next one is, so after we get done with this flight, next Wednesday, I will not be starting the Route 66 journey just yet. I'm actually going to do a different stream on that Wednesday, since I wanted to get back on the trip and to get ready for the Route 66. So I'm planning on doing an airline flight next Wednesday. So it's going to be 737 700 with Firefly Air livery. Probably doing some cargo hops for UPS. So expect some pretty interesting airliner content coming up. I haven't done an airline stream since that 737 stream with Lion Air for the first Firefly Air stream. So I think that would be a really awesome airline flight. So I think that would be really cool, and plus I need to do more of that content. So that would be awesome to do another airline stream. Yeah, I need to do another airline stream at some point. And I think that would be really good. I've been doing mostly GA. So I was thinking I probably need to start the hub. Maybe, yeah, that was during the Rome City tour. I flew the 146. But I'm going to put the 737 in the Firefly Air livery. I don't know what I'm thinking about. It's not going to be from Dublin, even though, because some people have a problem with Dublin. So I was thinking about flying from Bristol, maybe Bristol to Maastricht, or to Barcelona, and then another one to Vienna, maybe. Sorry for the periods, not used to the keyboard, no worries. So by the way, guys, if you like what you see, if you haven't followed yet, I would highly consider you following, because I make some really good content. I want to bring my best for all this content. And guys, also definitely check out the Discord. I keep them up with my streams. I just posted the slides from this journey on Discord under general Fight for slideshows. So I've actually now, I should probably continue uploading the rest of these slides. So you guys should definitely check out my Discord to get the latest of my content. Well, we have some amazing people, guys. Thank you so much for coming to today's stream to join me on this final leg. You're deeply appreciated. We're going to enter into the next city. We should be entering Targovish soon. It is the administrative and economic capital of its own province, situated in the northern foot of the low mountain of Preslov. It's known for its being an all-market settlement. And believe it or not, it's actually home to one of Bulgaria's largest wine production factories. And of course, it's home to one of the largest glass factories in the entire country. Actually, not just the entire country. It's one of the largest in all of Europe, but we found there. And there she is as well. It's been around since the days of the Copper Stone Age. And there even was remains of the Thracian and Roman settlements. But it became well known in the 18th and 19th century as a famous market for animals and craft products called the Eski Kuma, or Bazaar in Turkish. Industrial development of the city began after the Second World War, where they produced a lot of car batteries and machines for the food industry were operated. And now since became a cultural center when they founded ruins of an ancient Roman town known as Bucharest as well. So yeah, this is the Targovish site. It should be. cargo fish ahead of us. Downtown cargo fish. That's pretty cool. Hey, Scruffy Tam, what's up, my good friend? Oh, guys, if you guys haven't checked out Scruffy Tam, I mean, who hasn't checked out Scruffy Tam? Scruffy Tam is probably easily one of the kindest streamers you ever meet. Such a kind, hardworking person. He makes some amazing group fight content. I don't think there's very few that do group fights better than Scruffy. But it's great to see you, my good friend. I hope you're doing well. So Scruffy Tam's getting ready to do his 2-year anniversary on Saturday, September 10th. He's going to do tons of giveaway and flight planning. So you guys should definitely check out Scruffy Tam's Saturday stream on the 10th. I mean, yeah, Scruffy, you've been growing. I've read your post, and you've grown so much. It's crazy how much your channel's grown since you picked up Microsoft Flight Sim. It's insane. Like, 15 viewers to over 40 and over 2,000 followers. I mean, you've grown so much. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to check out your stream on Saturday, September 10th. Yeah, this is the Flight Simware 414. So this is from Flight Simware. I managed to get this free on Pilot Healy's channel. This plane originally goes for $40 US, but now I got this for free. But yeah, I've been loving this thing. It's great. Alright, I need to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and climb up. I'm gonna climb to the 2,500 feet now. The 2,500 feet. I'm going to climb up there. So, and now we're going to head into the town of Shumen. I forgot to mention, did I know Shumen here? I don't have notes for Shumen, unfortunately. But Shumen is actually Bulgaria's 10th largest city. It's been around since it's the capital of the Shumen province. It's been around, first mentioned, in 1153 as Semionis by aero traveler Industry. It's been around since antiquity back to the Iron Age. The Romans actually built a military force on the ruins of the Thracians. Then it was first incorporated into the Bulgarian Empire in 681. Shumen was burned down by the Byzantine Emperor Nicephorus in 811. Nicephorus was actually killed during the Battle of Pilska, and the Khan of Bulgaria at the time actually encased his soul in silver. They turned that skull as a cup for drinking wine. Yeah, kind of dark. During the Golden Age of Bulgaria, Simeon the Great, Shumen was a cultural and religious activity. It was a major center. Then during the Ottoman Empire, it became part of it, and it was completely destroyed by the Ottomans and moved to its present location. At the time, during the Bulgarian National Revival, Shumen became an important center for Bulgarian national revitalization, the first celebration of the Tsars and Methodists in Bulgarian lands in 1813. During the independence of Bulgaria, they founded the first Bulgaria brewery, Shumen Brewery, in 1882. And one of the main sites here in Bulgaria is the monument to 1300 years in Bulgaria. It's regarded as the only monument in the world to depict the history of a whole country. It's also got the Schumann Fortress, the Monroe Horseman, a World Heritage Site, one of the only examples of medieval rock art, and the Holy Three Saints Cathedral, which is one of the major religious cathedrals. It's also home to the largest mosque in Bulgaria, the Istanbul Mosque. There's Schumann. I forgot to bring my notes for Schumann. I should fly more, but yeah, you love the Cessna 172 so much. Yeah, the Cessna 172s are great plane. And I know you've been flying the realistic WB-7 mod. Now, on one hand, I do think the modding pretty cool because it gives the 172 a much needed upgrade. My only gripe with this is it is a steam gauge 172. And in order to get the steam gauge 172, you have to buy Premium Deluxe, which means you have to pay $60. In addition, you're paying 15 so bucks to get it. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was a default plane. Like, if it had a scenery thing for, let's say, a default plane. Let's say someone did a thing for the Savage Cub, make it more realistic. Like, I wouldn't care for it. But this is a steam gauge, and it's deluxe. That's a pretty big drawback. Like, if it was a separate Cessna 172 steam gauge, like if it was separately, I think it would be much better. But that is a pretty big drawback. We're going to go 3,500 feet, play altitude, and we're going to go up to 3,500 feet. So we're going to climb to 3,500 feet. This 414 is an absolute beast of a film climb. Yeah, they should have given the Sting H172 for free for 40 rather than giving us another Goose. That's a good question. That is a good question, Redwood. I would probably say yes and no. On one hand, I do kind of agree, but this Goose, I guess a lot of people don't have the Goose for Xbox, nor have the big radios thing. So that's probably why they did another Goose, but it's for Xbox. I don't think Z would ever play a WB Sim in X-Cub. I guess that's fair. But I mean, for Xbox people, they don't really count the Goose, so kind of give what you take. That's just my opinion on it. Yeah, but I do kind of agree. I think that should have been part free too. I think both versions should have been free instead of just unlocked with a version. But hey, I'm not a solo. It's not my thing to talk about it. Let's take in the background of the Bulgarian countryside. This is yeah, we're heading towards the Black Sea now. I think you can see the Black Sea. Certain areas you can see the Black Sea. And what it has. So we're cruising at ground speed 180. Is our ground speed. Oh yeah, the Bell 206 and Water R22. Yeah, that's going to be in the sim on November. But yeah, I'm very excited for what happens in September. There's so many beautiful planes out on that day, so I'm very excited for it. I definitely want to do a stream where I show off all the planes. Show off at least some of the planes. Let's put cap pressure. It's about 3,000. Yeah, who knows when we might get more surprises. Yeah, I'm waiting what other surprise they come up with. But yeah, like Super Typhon said, I'm curious to see what they bring for the new Goose. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what they're gonna bring in for the new Goose. Who knows? Maybe I know the big rating of the Goose is really good, so I'm hoping at least it might be decent. Oh, I know you might stream the H4 Hercules. Oh yeah, yeah, you're gonna expect me to stream the H4. I'm trying to think of what would be a good flight for them to take the H4 Hercules. I was thinking about doing a Pacific Northwest stream, maybe flying from some of the lakes in California. Probably do a landing at Crater Lake, maybe do one at Tahoe. Yeah, only the Goose seems a weird one. Yeah, I kind of agree. The Goose kind of seems like a weird one, but the rest of them make a lot of sense. Which is a bit sad for them. Yeah, but I know it's AnyBuild's working on it, and if AnyBuilds can bring a site level A310, I think AnyBuild, if they do this very similar quality to your A310 coming into the sim, I think we'll be in good hands for free. Though I do feel bad for big radios, though. I do agree with you. So we're coming up to the city of Atos, in Bulgaria. Yeah, no, I completely understand, Red Dragon, about you being a little biased towards it. I completely understand. You paid money for real life, only for it to come in November for free. Yeah, I kind of feel you. Maybe that's why, looking back, maybe I'm kind of glad I didn't have to buy the Goose previously. Though I feel bad for you, Red Dragons. So we're going to the city of Atos, located in eastern Bulgaria, 30 kilometers from the Bulgarian Black Sea coast, the Bulgarian Riviera. It's in the Bucharest province. It has over 18,934 inhabitants as of December 2021. And this city is known for its rich, long history. It was founded by the Thracian tribes, with archaeological finds that date back to the 5th century BC. It's been known under different names, including Atios, Astos, Edos, Aquilia, and Chinggis. In 1206, Crusaders destroyed the Bulgarian province of Thrace, was destroyed by the Crusaders. In 1378, the town was conquered by the Ottoman Empire. During the Russo-Turkish War, Hans Karl von Dietrich turned the town into a strategic strongpoint for the Russians. During the Bulgarian National Revival, the population participated in the Bulgarian struggle for liberation. And after it became a commercial center, and apparently is reputed to be even more important than the larger city of Burns. Its geographic location has a special significance in the municipality, linked to roads between northern and southern Bulgaria. And it's known for its annual folk festival known as Slavini Noshi, or Nightingale Nights. It's a folk and dance music festival attracted each and every year here from all over Bulgaria. And of course, in the 50s, its famous sports academy, Bihar, has produced many national and international gymnastics champions, including the 3-time international champion Savika Costa, as well as his own soccer team. So, yeah, a bit about Atos for a bit. Yeah, oh yeah, I think there's going to be some more surprises. I don't think it's going to be the last we see of it. Now I like to see them make more old school planes if they function just well as the A310. Yeah, same here. When it comes to the same plane but different depths, I look on the bright side. Yeah, like I said, I'm curious to see what AnyBuilds can pull off with the Goose. At least it's in their hands. I mean, it could have been hands of worse devs than AnyBuilds could. So yeah, that's just how I kind of view this. But man, it's great out here in the Bulgaria. about 59 miles away from Gatos. After we visit here, we'll be visiting one of Bulgaria's biggest cities. It's second biggest, actually, Burgas. Burgas is Bulgaria's second largest city. It has a population of around 202,000 inhabitants. It is a majorly important industrial, transport, cultural, and tourist center of Bulgaria. It's surrounded by the Burgas Lakes and located at the westernmost point of the Black Sea at the large Burgas Bay. It's home to the largest oil refinery in southeastern Europe, Lukoil Nefteburgas. It's also home to Bulgaria's largest port, the port of Burgas, and the second most important airport in the country, Burgas Airport. It is the center of Bulgarian fishing and fish processing. And it's been around since the Roman Empire, actually. This is the Roman times. And it became part of Bulgaria during the Bulgarian Empire. Under the Byzantine Empire, Burgas became an important city of the Black Sea coast. Then it became part of the Ottoman Empire in the late 14th century. During the 17th and 18th centuries, it became an important port for cereal grains, as well as its own grain measures, the Burgas Kiel. And then after it was liberated, it turned into a major important economic and industry center, and especially big being the railway. During the communist era as well, multiple convoys were departed from Burgas for Palestine, around 12,000 people, because Bulgaria actually protected its Jewish population. So many of them immigrated to, well, the region of Palestine. Today, the local port is the largest in the country, and it offers significant economic boost to the region. It also has many different open-air museums here, including the Beiglit Tash and the Devil Tent, ancient sites. It's famous for lots of different archaeological sites, along with churches and more. So yeah, that is the city of Burgas. Sorry, Viper, I too, Viper had to take my mom out. Hey, no worries, Kingsman. And thanks for a great stream. Oh, thank you so much, Kingsman, for coming along for today. No worries, you have to go out with your mom. No worries, like, I completely understand. And I hope to see you soon, Kingsman. So take care, Kingsman. And have a good one. Oh yeah, the A300. Oh yeah, the A300. Yeah, the A300 is a very iconic plane for Airbus. Yeah, no worries, Kingsman. And thank you for flying along. I really do appreciate it. It's great to have people flying along on your stream. Yeah, we're on our way to... Yeah, we're on our way to the city of Burgas. Yeah, to our left is the Black Sea. So this is the Black Sea in front of us. To our left. So some info about the Black Sea that some people might not know. This is actually one of the parts of the Mediterranean Sea. It covers 436,400 square kilometers. Its maximum depth is around 7,257 feet and a volume of 547 1,000 cubic kilometers. It's boundaried by a couple of countries, including Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania, Ukraine, Russia, and Georgia. The Black Sea drains into the Mediterranean through the Turkish Straits. I mean, that's why Istanbul has been such an important city. Into the Bosphorus. And it's been a big part of a lot of their countries' economies and stuff, especially for trade. So, here's the Black Sea. We should see the city of Bucharest pretty soon. And from there, we'll be climbing back up and cross the border into Turkey. That would be quite cool. Of Burgas. Now, behind us was actually the oil field, the Luke Oil. That was the big oil refinery in Eastern. There's Burgas, Bulgaria's second largest city, behind the much larger Sofia. Beautiful areas. I mean, Microsoft Flight Simulator just doesn't really disappoint with the scenery. Now, over here to our left, that is Burgas Airport. That is Bulgaria's second most important airport after Sofia International. And there's, to our right, is Lake Burgas. We're going to turn left back onto 189. Area today. Let's start over the Black Sea. That is absolutely nuts. I mean, this sim, you know why I like playing this sim a lot? You can never beat these things rapidly. We don't have to wait too much longer until we cross the border into Turkey. You're AFK for a bit. You're having a comfort break. Be right back. No worries, Red Dragon. I hope you'll be just fine. Enjoy your bit of a break. So, right now we're ready to cross over into Turkey. Here's some interesting facts about Turkey you may not actually know about. Or some facts you do know, but others. Well, let's start with some interesting facts about Turkey, shall we? So, according to many historians, agriculture actually began in Turkey some 11,000 years ago. There has been evidence that ancient civilizations have actually planted crops like barley and wheat in south central Turkey. And it is actually the 10th biggest crop producer in the world, mainly known for its cotton, sunflower, legumes, grapes, apples, dried fruit, and livestock. Now the next one is Turkey's Ataturk Airport, or actually from its newest airport, Istanbul International, is connected to over 250 destinations in 123 countries. Yes, that's a lot of countries off of one airport. But I mean, there's good reason for it. There's actually good reason for this. Let me pull up my nav map. Hey, Ian Fisher, good to see you, Ian Fisher. He says, hello, we are in an A2A Misfit squadron to this flight on the railway last year. Great fun. We did the original 1850s route. Well, it's great to have you here, Ian. So we're doing the Orient Express for the virtual airline. We're doing an FS Hub achievement, Ian. And let me show you our route. So I actually did the railroad route. This was as let me go over the route. So I was following the FS Hub route of all the airports. So our route, we followed much of the 1850 railroad. So I looked at Google Rail and we followed the railroads directly. So we did. We start from O'Reilly. We go through. I usually visit landmarks within the cities, like Palace of Versailles, Eiffel Tower. Then follow the railroad directly from Paris to Strasbourg, following the authentic railway. Then from Strasbourg, then I looked at Google Rail to see what kind of rail routes. So I picked rail routes. I could directly follow the railroads. We went through all the different cities. Leg 2 was here to Munich, but we followed the railroad directly. So we followed to Mannheim, Stuttgart, Ulm, Augsburg. Then from Munich to Vienna, we followed through the railroad to Salzburg, Linz. And then from here to Budapest, we followed the railroad here, into Győr, Komaró, into Budapest. Then last week's leg was from Budapest to Bucharest. We followed the night railroad. We'd go all through here, fly through the region of Transylvania, into Brozov, go through the Carpathians, into Bucharest, and then we go for the final leg. Originally we took the ferry with the original routes, but I decided to actually do the bus trip route, so we can also go in through downtown Istanbul. So that's what we did for the trip, Ian Fisher. But thanks for coming along in the chat. I hope you're doing well, as always. So the reason Istanbul has so many airports, why it goes through so much airports, is because its location. You remember how important Istanbul's location is historically to trade? Well, it applies to aviation too. Because Istanbul, from its distance, you can reach most of the African countries, the Middle East, and all of Europe in a pretty short flight. It won't take you too long to get to Istanbul and other locations. But yeah, that's something really interesting we're here. So Ian, we're actually flying the Cessna 414 Chancellor for today. From Flight Simware. So that's what we've been doing today. We're flying along with Red Dragon CYRM. It's AFK at the moment, and we're crossing over into Turkey. So every one of my streams, I've been doing slideshow information. So that way we can actually talk about our scenery. So I have one for Burgas, but I've slides for all sorts of different locations. I got some for Istanbul, and I can talk about all the landmarks and stuff we fly when. That way, when you come to my streams, you'll learn something about every single flight that I do on my stream. So yeah, welcome to my stream, Ian Fisher. So let me continue on more historical facts about Turkey, some more interesting Turkish facts. The Roman Empire, Rome actually fell due to Turkey. You see, the Eastern Roman Empire, the Byzantines, used to be the Eastern Roman Empire, and they were the only part of Rome that actually survived when the West collapsed. However, it used to stand there until 1453 during the siege of Constantinople, and the Ottomans took it. And led by the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II. And yes, Istanbul used to be the city of Constantinople. Turkey is also the 6th most visited tourist destination on the planet. Over 50 million international tourists visit Turkey every year due to its rich cuisine, culture, and nature, and also known for its Mediterranean climate. Yeah, we did the same as minus the last leg over the Black Sea. Yeah, you guys flew over for the Black Sea. I did it through the tour train because I wanted to stay more inland. So that's what my route did. Yeah, it's a very similar route to what you guys did. So yeah. It's great that you're all done really the same route as I did, so that's good. So yeah, it's great to have you here, Ian. You're more than welcome to always come to my stream anytime. So there's a lot of other stuff. Another fact about Istanbul, Istanbul is the only city on Earth on 2 different continents. Though in terms of Turkey's landmass, most of it's in Asia, while the other 5% is in Europe. Pretty cool stuff. But here's the funny thing about Turkey's national sport. It's not football. The national sport of Turkey is oil wrestling. So basically, it takes 2 wrestlers and they wrestle each other, and they were doused in olive oil. Yeah, it went from Bucharest to Varna and then onto the ferry. So yeah, you went to Varna. But I checked the railroad route, so I checked Google Rail to see, and it mostly came to Burgas. But the historic route took us to Varna. So that's what it led to. You took the ferry into Varna, from Varna to Istanbul. My journey went through Burgas, went there to Burgas. That was very interesting. But cheers. Oh, wait, you actually streamed, Ian? I didn't know about that. Wait, you actually streamed, Ian? I didn't know about that. Oh, you have streamed. Okay. I didn't know you actually streamed, Ian. So yeah, Ian Fisher actually streams here, so check out his channel. He does some streams on the PA-28s. So yeah, so it's good to see you, Ian. You're more than welcome to always visit the channel anytime. Yeah, you definitely need a good shout out. Ian Fisher actually streams on Twitch. Yeah, I didn't know about that. So thank you so much, Ian. Yeah, mainly GA, which is good. I'm GA too. So I do GA flights. And on Sundays, Ian, I do the City Tour series where I tour all the photogrammetry cities in my trusty little ultralight. And I'll be going through all the different landmarks in every single city. So far, I did tours Rome, London, Louisville, Nashville, Tennessee, Phoenix, Arizona. I've done whole tours of the photogrammetry areas, and I go over each of the history. I'm going to have to bail out in a few minutes. Thank you for your superb roots. As I always get the chance to fly live with you. Oh, thank you so much, Red Dragon, for coming on today's stream. And thank you so much for flying along, Red Dragon. It's always great to have you in the air with me. And I deeply appreciate you. So, I hope you have a great rest of the day, my friend. And see you soon. What did you see towards in the Jenny? Ooh, good question. Oh, you'll definitely try and catch some of those. Oh, that's awesome. Well, good news, Ian. On Sunday, I'll be it's at 1400 Zulu. I'm going to be touring the entire Seattle-Tacoma area. So going from Tacoma to Payne Field. So expect tours for the Tacoma Narrow Bridge, Renton Municipal Airport, which I have the scenery, by the way. So you get to see the 737 factory. Boating Field, Space Needle, Microsoft's HQ, and the Payne Field factory. So in the event you make the slides available, yeah, I still need to upload more of my slides, Red Dragon. But yeah, I got the slides for today's journey. So yeah, I have a long road. I have plenty of time ahead to make more of my content. Yeah, it's always great to have. This area here, absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I love the Cessna 4. So thank you so much. Oh yeah, speaking about the Jenny, I might do one in the Jenny. Yeah, I could do one in the Jenny Super Typhon. Though I still need some time to get used to how this thing flies first. But absolutely, the Jenny would be a good one. If I want something bigger, yeah, the Jenny would be good. I'm going to go ahead and lower the altitude again. The first city we're visiting here is Baybeski. So the city of Baybeski, Turkey. Baybeski, Turkey is a town located in the Karaheli province of Turkey. Is a population of around 29,342 people, with a total area district of 652 square kilometers. In Byzantine times, this place was known as Bulgaria, or Byzantine Greek, this Byzantine Greek, Volga Garo Bygone. However, it was the site of a major Byzantine defeat by the Bulgarians in 896 AD. The main industry here is agriculture. Mainly the big thing is wheat, along with some vegetable crops that have been grown here in the area for quite some time. Some of the historical sites here include the Eski Kami, the old mosque that was built by Muhammad the Conqueror in 1467, the Baybeski Bridge in 1633, and Ataturk Elementary School that was built in 1914, a one-story wooden building. Now, this is not Baybeski. Baybeski's further ahead, but I just wanted to give you a little preview for what we're going to be seeing in Baybeski. So, there's some interesting. However, it's a slow climber. It takes 7.5 minutes to reach 2,000 feet. I don't know. That might be fine for the trip. I think it would be more than a fine plane for the trip. I think it would be great to have the little Jenny on this trip. She'll be great. She'll be great fun. That's look at this, we're getting to sunset. Yeah, we're about to make our way to Istanbul. is not in Istanbul, it's actually in Kara, which is further inland. Of course, the father of modern-day Turkey is a guy I think more people should know, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. He was the big person why he modernized Turkey, but he was not actually born in the country. Ataturk was actually born in Greece in 1881. Oh yeah, and here's a funny thing about the Ottomans, too. Here's something interesting about the Sultan's power. The thing that defined a lot of the Sultan's power was the harem. In fact, the palace, he actually had a harem of 1,000 women. And they're mainly women and slaves, and they signified wealth, power, and war. Also, Turkey's national flower is the tulip. In fact, I know a lot of people think the Dutch were the major makers of tulips, but it was actually the Turks that introduced them to Europe in the 17th century. And the word tulip actually came from the Turkish word kulbek, meaning gauze or muslin. Let's see what else. Turkey is also the world's biggest producer of hazelnuts. Over 70% of the market is produced here in Turkey. Turkey also has the most mosques in the world, with over 82,000 mosques. Istanbul alone has 3,100 mosques in Istanbul alone. To put that in perspective, the U.S. only has 2,000 in the entire U.S. So there are more mosques in Istanbul than there are in the U.S. And of course, coffee was reserved for the royalty in Turkey, especially during the Ottomans. Turkey also is the #1 tea consumer in the world, is Turkey. Yes, that's more than Britain or China, actually. In fact, most Turks drink an average of 5 to 10 cups of tea a day. It is the 5th highest producer of tea in the world, despite being the one consuming it. And finally, the last interesting fact about Turkey, and one of the most interesting things about Turkey, is Turkey is the world's 4th largest producer of tomatoes, after China, India, and the United States. Around 30% of Turkey's tomato produce is processed into ketchup. So yeah, some interesting facts about Turkey that I think most of you all don't really know. And I like to do this during my longer hauls and flights, just so we can get something to talk about and something for you all to learn. Facts. So we're about to approach the city of Bibetski. Yeah, so far it's going really smoothly today. I know Allison's managed to get her SIM Toolkit Pro working, but I'm still waiting to a fix before I reinstall SIM Toolkit Pro. So from here, I'm going at ground speed of 171. Not super fast. Also, Typhoon Virginia is also well known as a very famous barnstorming plane. So basically barnstorming, they did a lot of crazy flights and stunts all over with Jenny. Very, very popular. I would like to bring out some stories. So we are about 116 nautical miles away from our destination here in Istanbul. We're almost completed the trip. 1 hour and 57 minutes. Oh. That's how long we've been in here. There's Bibetski below us, and we now reach Turkish civilization. Yeah, I see. Yep. Yeah, I'm hoping we can get the chance to read Murph later. Like, let's look at our fuel count. Our fuel situation is 44%. So the next city we're going to head to is we're heading to the city of Bucharest, the largest city in the Kirkcaldy province of Marmara. It's the important center of manufacture for pharmaceutical and electronic industries, along with agriculture, and it's a major hub for road and rail transport, with the city being connected to Istanbul through its own regional train service, and to other places like Plovdiv, Sofia, Belgrade, Bucharest, and Budapest via the Balkan Express and the Bosphorus Express. The city is typically home to Balkan Turks, mainly from Albania, Bulgaria, Greece, Romania, and the ex-Yugoslavia that immigrated here since the 19th century. It used to be the capital of the Roman province of Europa that was established by Roman Emperor Diocletian in 294. It's known by many locals as the Paris of Brass due to its relatively more developed and well-known compared to similar cities in the area. It's also known for its 15th century mosque and bridge, both named after Grand Vizier Muhammad Pasha Sultan. In the ancient times, the city was known as Vervilia. Emperor Theodosius II changed it to Arcadiopolis after his son's successor Arcadius. But the city fell to Attila the Hun during his campaign against the Eastern Roman Empire of 443. During the revolt of Thomas the Slav against Michael II, the city was the last refuge of Thomas after he defected through to 823. The Battle of Arcadiopolis saw the Byzantine forces defeat the pitching Magyar force in the Constantinople. During the First Balkan War, the Battle of Lilleburgas was fought between the Bulgarians and the Ottomans, and became the bloodiest battle of the First Balkan War. And then it used to be occupied by the Greeks between 1920 and 1922 before joining the modern Turkish Republic. So that's a bit about the place of Lilleburgas. We're just about 100 miles away from Istanbul International. So it's great to have you here, David Brian. So we took off from Bucharest about 2 hours ago, and we've now made our way into Istanbul, and that will be the end of our Orient Express journey. we've been flying here since 6 weeks ago. So yeah, great to have you here, David Brian. So yeah, I'm in the Cessna 414. I managed to get this for free after winning the raffle on Pilot TV Stream. So yeah, really great plane. It's fantastic. But yeah, it's great for you to be here too. So the next city is going to be Corlu, located in northwestern Turkish city, located in eastern Thrace. It is currently a rapidly developing industrial center, based on the motorway Otoyol 3 and on the highway 100 between Istanbul and Turkey's border with reasonable area. It's actually been around since the Bronze Age. It used to be part of a originating Greek colony named Thessalion. During the Roman Byzantine times, it was known as Thoralo or Tozoros. Some writers have identified the town of Canea Orpheum with Corlu, but that seems unlikely. Following the tumultuous early history, it was brought under Ottoman control by Sultan Murad I, who immediately ordered the destruction of the Roman walls. In the Ottoman period, the town remained an important staging post on the road from Constantinople to Greece, where they took the rest of it. In the early 16th century, the village of Ugarsir was the battlefield between where Sultan invaded the first to beat his son, Philip I. And then a year later, he was defeated by his son, and was the first Ottoman father to be overthrown by his own son. In the late 18th century, the Ottoman Empire declined militarily, and the city itself was following the crossroads of numerous conflicts. First, refugees settled the city when they lost the Crimea to the Russians, and more so during the Balkan Wars. The city became a former part of the Republic of Turkey in 1923 after the Turkish War of Independence, and it continues to be an important garrison for the Turkish army. Today, it's more populous than due to its major population growth, and it displays a lot of the characteristics of Turkish boom towns without proper infrastructure. And with over 300 factories, Corlu is primarily a textile producing town, mainly from Levi and Mavi jeans, as well as other outlet centers as well. There's also Coca-Cola factories and stuff too, and Unilever products. So it's got quite a few cities as well. And yes, I mentioned Turkey, like the way I wrote it. Well, that's because that's the official name for Turkey now, the Republic of Turkey. Because Turkey, that is the Turkish name for the country. So that's why I wrote it like that. So yeah, definitely a beautiful bird. I can't believe we're actually going to get through this time. Longer than roads. Corlu's gonna come up next. We have Silvering on our journey, and then we get to Istanbul. We're gonna be back in the old station, drop off, and then we'll explore a bit of Istanbul. And Istanbul, for a lot of people that don't know, one of the most historically important cities in history. Such an important city. Cypriots don't get on with the Turks. Yes. Yes, the whole issue with Cyprus and northern Cyprus. Yes, that's a major political issue. I absolutely agree with you. That's an issue. Like, that's been a political issue since the 1970s. Bomber, I hope you're doing well. So, yeah, we're about to make our way into to Istanbul. It used to be called Constantinople, back when the first did the Orient Express. So I'm doing really well, Bomber. I'm doing well. I'm nursing that knee sprain I've had last week. Now I can mostly walk and do things again. Still a little sore. But yeah, this is really, really nice. I'm doing great. I'm happy to finally end this journey, by the end of this journey. And prepare for the next journey. The Route 66 trip. No, it won't be next Wednesday. As next Wednesday, I'm actually wanting to do an airline flight. So by the time I get back from the vacation, I'll be ready to do the Route 66 trip. And then on Wednesday, and then Sunday is going to be the Seattle City tour. So it's going to start in Tacoma, or downtown Tacoma. Then visit Seattle Tacoma International, get a tour of that airport. Then visit Renton. We get to visit the Renton factory, and then we go through downtown Seattle, then visit Bellevue to see Microsoft's HQ, and then end in Payne Field, which is where the Boeing Everett factory is from. So yeah, it's going to be a long. That one's going to be a very long stream. It's going to be a very, very long stream. So. So there's Polu Air Base. So now this is Polu Air Base we're now flying over. So there's two more major spots. So next we're visiting Silivri. It is a city in the district of Istanbul province. It's a very popular tourist destination during the summer months, as it's increased 4 to 5 times the normal population, and it's mainly a resort town. Oh, who is this? Choppa Man has followed the channel. Choppa Man, thank you so much for following. I hope you're doing well, Choppa Man. So we're on our way to Istanbul pretty soon. It's now known for its resort hotels, country clubs, golf courses, horse riding centers, and more during the summer. I think it's a very popular resort town. But the big one I want to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. Istanbul. AKA used to be Constantinople, funnily enough, but this is one of the history's greatest cities in the world. It's the only city on 2 continents, but it's the country's economic, cultural, and historic hub of the country, straddling around the Bosphorus Strait in well, Europe and Asia, it has a population of 15 million residents. About 19% of the population in Turkey. It's also Europe's most populous city and the world's 15th largest. It was founded as Byzantium in the 7th century BC by Greek settlers. In 330 CE, Constantine the Great made it his imperial capital. Originally, it was named New Rome, Nova Roma, and then as Constantinople. That name has been going on until 1923. And it became the major beacon of the Silk Road and one of the most important cities in history. And why, you may ask, why this is such an important city? Well, for one, it's the crossroads between Europe and Asia. Secondly, Constantinople, because of its geographic position, made it very tough to conquer until 1453. When it was an imperial capital for over 1,600 years, from the Romans, Byzantine, the Latins, late Byzantine, and the Ottoman empires. The Ottoman empires. It played a key role in the advancement of Christianity during the Roman times, before transitioning to an Islamic stronghold during the Ottoman era. After the Greek War of Independence, after the Turkish War of Independence, it became the capital was moved from Constantinople all the way. It moved all the way to inland Ankara, which replaced it as the capital of Turkey, and Constantinople was renamed Istanbul. Over 13.4 million visitors came to Istanbul in 2018, 8 years after it was named the European capital of culture. And it's the world's 8th most visited city, and it's home to several UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And trust me, this place has tons of historical stuff. If it had photogrammetry, I would absolutely do a stream of Istanbul. Such an absolutely historic place. So, absolutely, you guys definitely. I wish I could visit Istanbul at some point. We're going to enter the resort town of Silivri. So, and look at this. To our left, to our south, is the Sea of Marmara. And once we get to Istanbul, we could potentially see the Black Sea. It's pretty crazy to talk about Istanbul's proud history. I'm going to ramp up the speed a little bit. Let's kick up the speed a notch. Yeah, it is awesome, Balmer. I do agree. Microsoft Flight Simulator, scenery and stuff, it is awesome. When it's working, Microsoft Flight Simulator is absolutely incredible. I got out of work, so your stream set up my audio muted. Really? My audio muted? Oh, your phone, is your phone muted or my mic? So we just talked about Istanbul for a bit. So Istanbul's got a really long history. It's been the imperial capital for over 600 years. One of the most important cities in history for not just political, but economic and cultural. And it's one of the world's most visited cities. So. What CPU measure? LOL. What CPU and GPU I have? My laptop is a Lenovo Legion Wi-Fi 40i. I believe my GPU. I need to look it up. I think, okay, my GPU is a 1660 Ti GPU from GeForce GTX. That's my GPU. My CPU processing is an Intel Core CPU. So that's what I got. I don't really know too much. So once we get near to the monuments, I'm gonna probably go on active pause so I can talk about each of the landmarks. Because there's 4 POI landmarks here in Istanbul that I want to cover. That's handcrafted by a Sobo. And I'll talk about each of them. Hey, look at this. We're cruising at nearly 200 knots. I mean, this plane is absolutely insane with the speed. And then we'll make a landing here at Istanbul International. Unfortunately, I don't have the add-on scenery for it, so because the add-on scenery for it will cause me a lot of CTDs. It's caused me a huge CTD problems, and the last thing I want is more CTD issues. You fly wind over wheels. When you ever fly over wind wheels? Oh, windmills. No, we don't have very many windmills around from where I live. Though I know there's quite a few in the Netherlands. Oh, you did. Look to the back. Oh, I probably did fly over a windmill. I forgot I have a sunset. Yeah, we're about entering Istanbul. train station. Now, to our right, if you see all the way down over in this area, that is Istanbul's old international airport, Ataturk Airport. This used to be the main international airport for Istanbul until they built the new one back in 2018. Yeah, hurry to be on 12 minutes. Yeah, we have plenty of time. We have plenty of time to get to our stream. We got the time. I see Ataturk Olympic Stadium over here. We're about to make our way to the train station. Oh, wind turbine. Oh yeah, wind turbine. Okay, wind wheels. Okay. We're about to turn. There's the Olympic Stadium over here. There's the Ataturk Olympiad Stadium. Ataturk Olympic Stadium. Istanbul is right over this direction. There's where it takes us to Istanbul's center of the country, center of the city of me. So yeah, I hope you guys have plans for the weekend. That'll be the next time I see you Sunday. I hope you guys have made some really cool plans for the weekend. For me, I'm just gonna finish up the rest of my stream and then just continue to rack up the miles for Firefly Air. I have my Sky Park thing, so we get ready to set up more miles. Down to 1,500 feet, so AMD Utel made huge advancements. Both AMD and Intel going up 60%. New CPUs are coming. Oh, lots of new CPUs and stuff. Lots of new CPUs and stuff. Yeah, I know CPU problems. We've had quite a few of those due to the pandemic. I think we're about to turn, and I think we see two of our landmarks in front of us. Here's a quick turn. Let's go ahead and turn forward. Now we just crossed through the Istanbul train station, and now we're going to be getting ready to head to four of the landmarks, four of the most important landmarks here in the entire country of the sim. These are the four PY landmarks here in the sim. So once we fly over this area, we're going to go take lots of images and photos. Flight director. Yeah, welcome to Istanbul, everyone. One of the world's great cities. So we're gonna be here taking pictures of the landmarks, and I'll be discussing a little bit about each. So we have some really huge landmarks we have done. Like I said, I do the best I can with the flight routes in hand. So phase 2 are huge Istanbul monuments. are among two of the most important buildings in the entire country. Okay, first feline landmark of Istanbul. Oh, this building right here. In Istanbul, this is known as the Blue Mosque. Its official name is the Sultan Ahmed Mosque. This Ottoman-era historical imperial mosque is located here in Istanbul. It does attract a lot of tourist visitors to the city. Constructed between 1609 and 1616 during the rule of Ahmed I, it actually, its Kule, its complex contains Ahmed's tomb, a madrasa, meaning an educational institution, and a hospice. Hand-painted blue tiles adorn the interior walls of this mosque, and at night it's bathed in blue as lights frame the mosque's 5 main domes, 6 minarets, and 8 secondary domes, and of course it's also has to be right next to the Hagia Sophia, the primary mosque of Istanbul, until its construction. It's a UNESCO World Heritage and it's been there since 1985. It has, look at the dome. 5 main domes. It has more than 20,000 handmade ceramic tiles within the mosque. More than 50 different tools designs are here. Lots of blue paint, over 200 different stained windows as well. And many of these decorations include entire verses from the book, the Quran. But yeah, you can definitely see the architecture here. It incorporates a lot of the elements of the Byzantine with traditional Islamic architecture. And it was designed by the architect Fekhar Mohammed Agna. Just look at this. It's just, oh, that's stunning. It features a royal kiosk, but the most important area in the interior is the mihrab. The mihrab is a niche on the wall that indicates the Kiba, the direction of the Kaaba in Mecca towards that Muslims should face. You see, in Islamic traditions, Muslims usually pray towards Mecca, the holiest city in all of Islam, the most holy place in Islam. There's also many lamps in the mosque that were once covered with golden gems. The exterior is really well done. And in fact, in 2006, Pope Benedict XVI visited here, becoming only the second papal visit in history to visit a Muslim place of worship. So, this very famous mosque, yeah, it's absolutely stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. However, I think the greatest symbol of Istanbul, without question, the greatest symbol of the city for Istanbul, and there are a lot of great architectural buildings. Without question, the Hagia Sophia. This without question is Istanbul's most iconic structure. So what do I tell you about the Hagia Sophia? This mosque was originally built by Eastern European Emperor Justinian I as the Christian Cathedral of Constantinople, State Church of the Roman Empire. It was designed by Greek geometers Isidore Miletus and Amithias Petraeus, and it became the first fully pentative dome, and is considered by many to be the epitome of Byzantine architecture, and it completely changed the history of architecture itself. In fact, it remained the world's largest cathedral for over 1,000 years until the Seville Cathedral was built in 520. For a long time, for over nearly 1,000 years, it was the religious and spiritual center of the Eastern Orthodox Church. Then, after Constantinople fell in 1453, it was turned into a mosque by Mohammed the Conqueror. It became the primary mosque of Istanbul until the 1660 construction of the Blue Mosque. Upon its conversion, its bells, iconostasis, and baptistry were removed, while iconography still remained removed or plastered over, and they replaced it with Islamic architectural add-ons to this. And then the complex remained a mosque until 1931, when it was closed to the public for 4 years, and it reopened as a museum under the Secular Republic of Turkey. It was Turkey's most visited tourist attraction in 2015 and 2019. However, there was a really controversial decision that happened, because in 2020, the Council of the State in Turkey annulled the decision to turn the museum, and it was reclassified as a mosque once again. And it became very controversial, not just in Turkey, but also especially around the world, especially the Eastern Orthodox country in particular. But it's since been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1985. It is one of the greatest survivals of Byzantine architecture on the planet. Its interior is decorated with mosaics, marble pillars, and more. It used a lot of masonry as well. And it was once the culminating achievement of late antiquity in Byzantine architecture. Its floors date back to the 6th century. It has known for its upper gallery, but the most famous thing has been its dome. Have you ever seen I never got a chance to see the inside of the Hagia Sophia, but it's featured many minarets and buttresses as well. And it's inspired so many future architects for all over 1,000 years. But yeah, it's a very important so yeah, that is the Hagia Sophia. We have 2 more landmark flies left to go. Let me go ahead and load the next one up. This one we should be visiting here soon. But man, what a beautiful way to do this. First is a brand new palace. I think it's in front of us. This one here is the Dolmabahce Palace. Pull this thing up. This palace is located on the Beşik district of Istanbul. It served as the main administrative center of the Ottomans from 1856 to 1887, and from 1909 to 1922. It is the largest palace in all of Turkey with an area of 45,000 square meters, contains 285 rooms, 46 halls, 6 baths, 68 different toilets. It was ordered by the construction by the 31st Sultan of the Ottomans, Abdülmecid I. It was built between the years 1843 and 1856. It cost them 5 million Ottoman gold lira, or 35 tons of gold in today's value, which is $1.92 million. It contains many eclectic elements from Morocco and neoclassical styles, included with traditional Ottoman architecture. The ceremonial hall featured a chandelier that was once gifted by the French Queen Victoria. It featured Isaac tiles, Ottoman carving, and it features the world's largest Bohemian crystal chandelier. It has 750 lands, and it weighs 4.5 tons. So yeah, this place is rich. It's got oil paintings, 202 of them, lots of carpets, and the world's largest collection of repeating crystal chandeliers on the planet. So it is an absolutely architectural masterpiece. Is there any truth we can say about? I mean, Orient has always been the Eastern world. Yeah, correct. It's been historically been known as the Eastern world as well. Absolutely. That is correct. So we have one final PY landmark, and it is the Istanbul Justice Palace. The Istanbul Justice Palace is actually the largest courthouse in all of Europe, with over 300,000 square meters. It was built by the Variant Construction subsidiary, and it was inaugurated on July 2011. However, the place was most infamous for being part of a robbery attack that happened in 2016 by terrorist forces, but they managed to actually defeat them. Turkish forces defeat the terrorists. So, and one final landmark. So, yeah, that is. Yeah, and finally, the last and final slide for this entire journey is Istanbul Airport. Unfortunately, I don't have the scenery loaded, but Istanbul Airport is the largest airport in Turkey. It's also Europe's busiest airport. In 2021, it served more than 37 million passengers. It's also 13th in the world in total passenger traffic. In terms of international traffic, it's the world's second busiest airport. In fact, it's a new airport too. It just opened for passengers in 2019. It's the main international hub for Turkish Airlines, and this airport flies a lot of destinations, especially if you're on Turkish Airlines. They fly all over the place. In fact, let me look at flight connections. Okay, Istanbul, Turkey. It has 293 cities in 117 countries. Currently, there are 45 domestic flights, but currently flown through 293 cities in 117 countries. The longest, there are tons of intercontinental flights. Tons of flights all around Turkey. There's tons of interesting flights to Istanbul. But yeah, the longest flight I believe to here to Istanbul is probably in Tokyo. Yeah, I believe Tokyo is the longest flight. Istanbul, lots of flights. So yeah, we're about to land. We need to turn on the light. So yeah, we're about to land at Istanbul International. Lights. Oh, lights are probably up here. Yep, we have plane lights on. So since I don't have the add-on, we're gonna actually, yeah, Merge now live. It came at a good time. So that's it, guys. That's everything. So I know where to land here. Since we don't have the Istanbul International Airport, I know a good place we can land. We're gonna get ready to actually landing. Look at that, 2 hours and 43 minutes in the sky in Istanbul. Would pontoons help? No, pontoons not help. Yep. And that's it. There, we stopped. Yeah, since there's no Istanbul airport and I didn't want to have TTDs, I had to get creative. So let's see if it counts still. Yep, it does. It counts. It says Lima Top Tango. Yep, it counts. So, yep, it counts. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. We now got the achievements. Awesome job, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it off. So that's it, guys. So that's it. We complete the Orient Express. No, it's not snow, it's construction material. But yeah, we're in Istanbul Airport. This is where it's at. But this airport is massive. 6 runways. So that's it. So we made our way into Istanbul International Airport. Good to see you guys here. So for the plans for the next couple weeks. So for the next week, we're going to do our Sunday city tour of Seattle. And then on next Wednesday, we're going to do an airline stream. It'll be my last stream since then. So we'll be doing something very fun with the airliners. So guys, thank you so much. And what a way to wrap up the Orient Express. Take care, everyone, and see you on Sunday. Take care, everyone.